frontier.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast is Wrestling Daft and is scheduled for 1 hour. Maybe more. It has no real time limits, making their way into your ears. First, from a place called Barneston, he is the Pyramid.
It's going to be the funniest show ever because I'm all about the comedy and the money, baby.
How much you can pay?
And his partner, Fela Top End of Stevenson.
From Mexico City to Beef Community Centre, I've got stories that are going to blow your mind.
Hello and welcome to Wrestling Daft. It's Rab Florence here, and I am joined today in the studio by producer John. Producer John is here. You'll know him from you'll know him for this, for us giving abuse on this show. But you'll also know him for the Marks podcast as well. Very intelligent man. I know we gave him a lot of abuse, but he's a very smart man, very intelligent, very smart man. John, why is Grado not here today?
Well, I don't know. He keeps feigning. He's feigning injury. I think he's pulling a fast one. He said he's doing that wrestler thing of just like faking injuries because he's nowhere to be seen. So, well, wait. He might run in. He might be running at some point.
Grado is ducking me. He's you know how sometimes when the challenge is getting too hit, you duck the fight. You're ducking the fight. He's ducking it. He's ducking me. Don't duck me. Don't duck me. Don't duck me. You used to duck Tyson. Boxers used to duck Tyson all the time. Do not duck me. I'm getting ducked, mate. I'm getting ducked. I'm getting ducked, mate. I'm getting ducked.
He's got a lot going on.
Because I am getting ducked.
He's got a lot going on, I guess. He's got a radio show.
He's got what going on? There's a pandemic going on. What is going on?
That's a good point.
Listen, I'm here for the fans, mate. I'm here for the fans. Might be great. I'm sure he'll turn up. He's got to turn up. He's got to turn up. What have you been? How have you been enjoying this shutdown, John? Have you been enjoying it?
Not particularly, Robert. Not particularly. I've been watching a lot of wrestling though, so that's been good. Yeah, I've went back to kind of watching some of the old Attitude Era Raw stuff. That's why I've got an ode to that. I've got the Main Street Posse in my background today. A very underrated faction in my books.
Pete Gas,
right?
Rodney.
Right, go for it. Who's the member? He was the worker. He was the worker.
Joey Legend.
Oh, Joey Abs. Joey
Abs. Oh man, Joey Legend.
Almost
no,
there.
don't know that. Yep, nearly. Joey Abs.
And I was reading up after I was inspired by watching the Main Street Posse and their inadequacies in the ring, and I read up on them. Funnily enough, none of them are wrestling currently at the moment. One's working as a landscaper, one's working in his dad's garage, and the other one was some sort of evangelist, I think.
But they were in decent shape, weren't they?
They were,
they actually. I remember them being in my mind's eye, right? When I visualise them, and I remember them now. I kind of remember them as three kind of stupid-looking, kind of fat guys. But I'm looking at a picture. Duck down a wee bit, John. I'm looking at a picture here of the three of them, and if I was to actually see these guys in the street, I'd be like, these guys are in good shape, man. These guys are like ready to go. Maybe Pete Gas is in a wee bit less good shape than the other ones, but they all look like they could knock fuck at you, didn't they?
They were actually all Shane's childhood pals. This was a genuine. They were actually genuinely his pals. Anyway,
that's true.
Here's
a question for you. Here's a question for you, John. Who, if you were Shane McMahon, right? If you were in that position, and your dad says to you, "Listen, I want you to get three of your childhood pals together
for
a faction in the wrestling." Do you have three pals that you would have been able to call up who would have been able to do what the Main Street Posse did?
I played rugby a wee bit, and I would certainly.
Here we go.
I would call up Stephen Japp, right? Because we used to have a wee back room, a back garden ring set up in the garden. We won at the Halloween disco. We won. I think it was 1987. We won the Halloween disco dressed as the Legion of Doom. It might have been slightly later than that, actually, because I'm saying 89 for the win the Halloween disco. He was pretty good. And the old back green brawl. So I would have.
That's one guy.
Aye, that's Stephen Japp. That's Stephen Japp. He's in the Mean Street Posse, or it would be the Perfect Drive Posse in my case. And I'm going to put in Paul Hack as well into that. He's now a doctor.
Paul Hack.
He's got to get. Listen, he's now. Listen to this for a wrestler's name. He's now a doctor. He's called Dr. Hack.
That's brilliant, man. Dr. Hack is brilliant.
So Dr. Hack and Stephen Japp are my Mean Street or In a Perfect Drive Posse. As I'm with you. Who's in yours?
They were all shite bags. I was at school, and we did a wee bit of backyarding as well back in the day, and I beat them all, man. I beat them all. We used to do backyarding, run the tenements, run the back of my sister's house. We did a fair amount of that, and we used to do a wee bit in my garden as well. But they were all shite. They were all none of them could hang with me, mate. You know what I mean? I'll fly solo. I don't have a Mean Street. I don't need one. I never needed a Mean Street Posse, mate.
Did you have a finisher, Rab? Out of interest, did you have a finisher? What was your finisher?
I did. My wrestling name, actually. I can't believe I've never spoken about this on the show.
No. My
wrestling name when I was a wee guy was the Shadow Master.
The Shadow Master?
Mm-hmm.
What was your gimmick?
Basically, I was for the dark side, right?
Build from the dark side, I'm hoping.
From the dark side, hailing from the dark side.
Right, okay.
The Shadow Master. And my finishing move was a move called the Total Eclipse.
And how did that work?
All my mates were scared to take. They were scared to take the finisher. And basically, what you do is you'd bend the guy over in front of you, right, and then you'd pull his arms through his legs, right.
So right. Like a pedigree kind of thing.
Well, he's bent over, so his arse is facing you.
Right.
Over, and then you're grabbing his arms through his legs, and then you pull the arms towards you, so his head goes bang into the ground. No, the reason why everybody was fair to take it was because your head just had to hit the ground. Your head, there's no way. Your head just had to hit the ground. You know what I mean? Then we walked out a way of doing the Total Eclipse, where it was maybe a kind of flip where you could actually roll on your head, but it still looked pretty good. Anyway, that was let's move on to the correspondence for the listeners. Nobody wants to hear about my childhood wrestling career. Nobody wants to hear that. Stephen McCabe has got back in touch with the Wrestlers in Strange Places chat. As he reports, when King Booker was the champ, he and his wife done a signing in the Spa at View Park. Can that possibly be true?
I don't know if this is why would Booker T at the time as world champ appear at the Spa at View Park?
Hold on, John.
Hold on.
You're saying why would he at the time when he was a champ? Forget about that. Why would Booker T at any point in his career be doing a signing in the Spa?
Do you know what? I've not fact checked this. I really should have fact checked this before I put this on the paper. You need to fact check
that one. Does anybody else know anything? Please get in touch if you know anything about this King Booker signing. Although, here's the weird thing. See Stephen McCabe saying his wife was there as well doing a signing. That makes it feel more real to me. That makes it seem more real. Please get in touch if this is true, because we need to verify that.
You would
mental.
You would suspect, I've just Googled it there, Spa View Park Booker T. You would suspect that something would have popped up with that, but I'm not seeing anything.
Some of these things get lost to time. Pablo has got his young son Ben, who's 3 years old, to date a wrestler's catchphrase. So listen to this, folks. You need to hear this.
Here we go.
Can you smell what the Rocky's cooking? Can you smell what the Rocky's cooking?
Can you smell what the Rocky's cooking? Can you smell what the Rocky's cooking? I like it. Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Can somebody out there, please, I know I keep laying down these challenges to you. Is there any chance that anybody could do a version of the Rock? I thought Drew Lee doing a challenge to Chris Sutton. We were looking for ideas of footballers who would make good wrestlers. Oh God, you just love these things, didn't you, John?
Oh, listen, I come from commercial radio, Rab. This is my bread and butter. My bread and butter is this kind of shite.
He loves it. He loves it. Kev Star says Bobo Baldi would make a good... Well, of course. Of course, he's got his own chant and everything, isn't he? He's got his chant. William Taggart, Reno Gattuso. Nah. He's fucking short as shite, as you know. Is Reno Gattuso not about fucking 4 foot tall?
He's certainly not got the Vince
John
pod.
says Zlatan Ibrahimovic. No, he's not. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Big Duncan would have done all right, wouldn't he? ICW's Chris Toll, presenter of our Big Brother podcast, Football Daft, says Balde, Keane, Mialbe, Gravson and Foster, the 5 Tims of the apocalypse. As Chris Toll's always representing for Celtic. Everybody's forgetting about Terry Hurlock at Rangers. Way back in the day, I'm a wee bit older than the rest of you. Big Terry Hurlock would have done a good turn in a British wrestling as a heel back in the day.
Well done in balancing that up, Rabbi. In Grado's absence.
You're welcome, mate. I'm welcome. I'm even happy to please the Rangers fans out there for the sake of the show. We continue to look for wrestlers doing strange things while in self-isolation. This week, Will Ospreay has recreated an old Shawn Michaels picture as he is naked on a bed with a Rev Pro belt. Oh, I've got to Google that, quick. Let's see that. No one in any fucking rush to see that, let me tell you. What would Vader have made of that? Huh? Davey Boy Smith Jr. is becoming a dab hand at making sushi. Oh, well done, Davey. It's good to have a hobby. Drake Maverick, a.k.a. Spud, keeps filming himself standing in front of the telly while films like The Karate Kid, Jaws and Wayne's World play in the background. Well, he's got a good taste in films, this guy.
You need to check that out, Rab.
I'm happy to see him standing in front of some films.
You'd appreciate that.
I need to check it out.
You need to check it out. You'd appreciate that.
Where will I see it? Where do we see this, by the way? Drake Maverick.
It's on his Twitter. It's all about his reactions. He's just standing in front of the telly as things happen behind him. It was brilliant. You'll appreciate it.
I will check that out. Funny guy. He's a guy who's had some of the funniest wrestling stories and gimmicks I think there's ever been. I think he's brilliant. And Davey Blaze, we're still watching him. And of course, we're going to be talking to Davey later on the show. This week, he's been quiet on TikTok, but he has taken up the Garage's Facebook this Sunday. That's the Garage nightclub in Glasgow, to do a live Facebook video of Davey's Kitchen Nightmares. He's in the cookery show. Davey Blaze is off. He's not, man. I love him. We will need to ask him about that later. He's our guest in this week's show, so we'll have a chat to him about all that stuff. And if you spot any wrestlers with weird behaviour during self-isolation, or just want to get in touch with us about any of that, or just random wrestling-related stuff, or just chat to us, please. We're just lonely. We're stuck in the house. We're lonely. Get us on Twitter at Wrestling Daft, on Instagram at Wrestling Daft Podcast, and just Wrestling Daft on Facebook, or email us at wrestlingdaft@gmail.com. Every week, we like to separate the good for the bad, the coronavirus for the corona beer.
See what I did there?
Love that one. Keep them coming. Love it. As we bury and put over stuff for the world of pro wrestling. Now, John, since you are filling in this week for Grado, I think it's your turn to tell us what you're going to be burying and what you're going to be putting over. Have you ever done this? You don't do this in the Mark's podcast, do you?
Oh, we go through all the shows and we bury and
I know you talk about everything, but you don't do specifically this.
No.
So what you want to bury and what you want to put over this week, John?
Right, well, let's start off with I'm going to go for NXT stuff because I enjoyed that show and I watched that this week. So I'm going to bury...
That's the only show you watched, that's what it means.
It's pretty much...
only watched the NXT show, that's what that means.
It pretty much is what
don't
that
fucking
means.
Paul Wur, you don't play the tricks with me, John. I'm an old master at the tricks. Right. Okay, so let's focus on see this week, let's focus on NXT, John. Right,
thanks.
I don't know if you saw the NXT show. Did you see the NXT show?
I did. I caught that one, Rab. I caught that one.
Okay, well, let's focus on that. Okay.
So I'm going to go to the kind of thing that everyone's been talking about from that show was the Gargano Ciampa, the kind of cinematic match, which was the third cinematic match that WWE had done that week. Now it's really split the internet. This one, people are loving it, people are hating it. Have you seen it yet, Rab?
I have not. I didn't even have any idea they did a match like that.
They did it. It was Triple H had said, we're going to find an empty building, I'm going to put a ring in it, and then when I leave, you guys go on it, and that's the end of the situation, kind of thing. So it was all very dramatic. So they got this ring in the middle of this building. It says empty building, but there was, of course, tables lying around there, garbage cans, chairs, and all sorts of weaponry. But I'm going to put over the match as a whole because it's really people have been hating it online, but I really enjoyed it. It's just a shame it was to bring a conclusion to that whole Ciampa Gargano, series of matches. This was the last one. Without the crowd being there, but I thought it was really good. There's bits you can pick up on it in terms of the production and stuff, but it was. But
really it is time for them to move on anyway, isn't it?
Aye,
they too.
Aye, I'd like I keep going on about I'd like to see finishing in a Hell in a Cell between the two of them, but can't get that.
I need to watch that. I mean, I'm just looking at wee clips at here on YouTube, and it's looking interesting.
I think you'll enjoy it, Rab. I think
there's a wee bit of acting happening here.
There's some strange bits in it, but I think you'll overall enjoy it.
I looks like I would like that. So what you burying then, mate?
What am I burying this week? I'm going to have to bury. Right, let me just have a look here back at my
You're too
notes.
nice a guy to bury things, man.
I know.
You're struggling
you know
with
what?
burying, aren't you?
I actually have to bury it, and a lot of people have agreed with it. I think the WWE being classed as an essential business in these times, I don't think, there's reports today about Linda McMahon handing $18.5 million over to Florida and all this sort of stuff. I don't think in these times, I love wrestling, but with all this going on in the world, this kind of wrestling as an essential business, I don't think it's, it just doesn't sit well with me.
Mate, we're going to have a fucking podcast.
Fuck
so it's essential.
Shite eye.
It's fucking essential
what I just
mate.
said.
It's essential as reverse. We sack that, right? Delete that, cut that out of the show.
Delete that.
No, the punters have been speaking. I'm not going to. So you know what? I'm going to focus on nothing this week. I've decided it's time to focus on. Here's what I'm going to bury and what I'm going to put over. I am going to put over. I'm going to put over Chris Jericho this week, who's been taking that. He's still been doing his work at his AEW. He's still been doing brilliant work on commentary. I loved his promo in that drone a few weeks ago. But he's also on Instagram, on social media, being very positive in terms of putting kind of supportive messages out to the audience about getting through the pandemic and stuff like that. I think he's been navigating the pandemic in a very classy way, which doesn't surprise me. I'm not going to bury anybody. I'm just feeling it's too emotional a time to bury people for me. Liam, and I haven't watched yet the Steve Austin Broken Skull session with Ric Flair.
Oh, you'll love it.
I've not watched it yet, so I imagine that's going to be great. I'm going to sit and watch that this weekend. Liam Wiseman got in touch, however. He's got to put our Steve Austin, the Broken Skull sessions, or quality watch in the bath, beefing a tab. Right, what the fuck does that mean? What does beefing a tab mean? What does in the bath beefing a tab mean?
I think that means he's in the bath having a smoke, is it not? I don't know. I've never heard the term beefing for a smoke.
Beefing a tab? Liam Wiseman.
It's either that or having a wank.
In the bath, beefing a tab? What is going on in people's heads? What's going on in people's mouths? He's got to bury Rollins. He hopes Drew squashes him soon. He sounds like a flu in the summer, and he shows people where he pees be. What the hell, man? Liam Wiseman's off his nut. We need to get Liam on this show. Liam's a listener of the week. Beefing a tab. Right. That much.
Right.
I'm getting it now. Nobody's going to beat this input for Liam Wiseman here. Calzo wants to bury Meltzer all day, every day, just for being a wee fanny. Man, I stopped listening to Meltzer fucking 10 years ago. You know what I mean? He wants to put all the XFL for being another waste of time and money that we all knew it would be. However, no, hold on here. I don't think that's fair, because obviously the XFL is another story. It went bankrupt, basically. But was it no doing well before this all happened? You were getting a lot of football fans saying, hold on, they've got some good ideas here.
They seem to have had it right this time, as opposed to the absolute disaster it was last time. I don't know if you've ever heard the Bruce Pritchard episode about the XFL, but it sounded like an absolute buck coster, or clusterfuck, whatever way you want to put it around. But it's from what I heard and what I read, it seemed to be doing really well this time.
It's a weird one. Cemetery Girl 13 wants to bury anybody that compares Lawler's comment to the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era had its place in time, and now it's over. People need to move on to, right? And what we've just talked about, the Ramen Noodle moonsault situation.
Yeah. I mean, it was a really. I mean, Lawler, he's over in his 70s now. For fuck knows why he was anywhere near. He should be self-isolating, that boy. But
right.
The comments, he's a dinosaur now, I'm afraid. Listen, don't get me wrong, Raw Lawler is the dream partnership, but now it's no
Time moves on, and it's like I said about Cornette in the past. Eventually, these guys need to get put out to pasture. I know it's like it doesn't feel like the right thing to say because people that have these storied careers and what, and they're legends and stuff like that. But some people just aren't a fit for the time they're in, and maybe it is time that the Jerry Lawler kind of just doesn't he disappear for the scene, but took Mary a back seat and enjoy looking back on his legacy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Aye. So Cemetery Girl 13 also wants to put over herself for cancelling the WWE Network. It's a bold move. It's a bold move at this time to cancel the WWE Network. And she wants to bury the comments that Ronda Rousey made during Steve-O's podcast. No place for it. The comments being about it being fake fighting and all that kind of stuff, and the fans that weren't appreciating and all that.
Now,
Ronda Rousey she was brilliant. She came in and she was brilliant, and the fans didn't appreciate her. I don't think. She came in and she was brilliant. She was absolutely brilliant in the ring. Her matches were great. But I don't buy any of this. And I know she's saying, I'm shooting for it to happen. I'm just saying what it is. I'm not working anybody or anything like that. If Rousey ever does come back, she's going to come back as a heel. She's going to come in as a monster heel and stuff like that. And this is good on her, man, for hitting out with this pattern. And also, it is fake fighting. It is fake fighting. That is fake fighting. It's skillful. It's an art form. It's a million times for me better than MMA. I'm never going to sit and watch fucking MMA, but I'm always going to watch wrestling. I love wrestling, but a real fighter like Ronda Rousey calling it fake fighting. How anybody can be offended by that, I just don't understand. I don't understand it. It might be fake fighting, but it's the most beautiful fake fighting that anybody could possibly conceive of.
I mean, reading between the lines on it, I think it's a work because the WWE have kind of pounced upon this, and I've seen that it's been on that shitey program, The Bump and stuff. They've been talking about it, and CM Punk was picking it up and all this sort of stuff. So I think it sounds like a work to me, and I wouldn't be surprised if Rousey turns up, costs Becky the title, and then Shayna Baszler gets the title, and then they go on a rampage, and it'll end up in Survivor Series with the 4 horsewomen of the MMA versus the 4 horsewomen of the WWE. That's what I reckon.
Even if it isn't a work, it's absolutely what an MMA fighter should be saying about wrestling for the outside. Here's what she says. Here's for anybody that's listening. Here's what she's actually instead spending my time and my energy on a bunch of fucking ungrateful fans that don't even appreciate it. I was just like, fuck these fans, dude. My family loves me. They appreciate me. I want all my energy to go. Fine. That's totally fine. And why Roman Reigns doesn't think that? I don't understand. Why points in his career where he was like, fuck these fucking idiots, man, booing me. You know what I mean? Or people who would chant, "You can't wrestle" at John Cena. The fucking outrage. The outrage of wrestling fans who profess to be admirers of the art form, wrestling fans who claim to be knowledgeable about the history of wrestling, having the fucking cheek to chant "You can't wrestle" at John Cena. It's a fucking disgrace. And so seeing wrestlers saying "fuck these fans," I'm always fine with it. I'm always fine with it because there is a large proportion of fans who don't even realise that they're getting worked when they're getting worked, and they fucking work themselves into a shoot. You know what I mean? Chris Grant wants to bury Seth Rollins being in the title picture again. Can't take any merrier with his shit promos, his promo voice. I'm enjoying Seth Rollins now personally.
Yeah.
And wants to put over Andrade and Angel Garza. They're absolutely brilliant. Scott McKenzie buried the King's casual racism on Raw and put over the decision to feud Drew and Seth, which looks like a good first one for Drew as champ. Absolutely. I mean, you can't have any complaints. I think it's a big, high-profile first kind of rivalry, you know what I mean?
The only thing
Sean
I would
Cooper
say is that they did that, they did quite a lot with between the two of them last year, but I mean, I can't see anyone else that Drew's going to go up against.
Nah, it makes sense. Sean Cooper wants to bury WWE for going back to live shows. Lumping USA Network and Fox for no pulling the plug, and whoever the governor was that deemed them an essential business. Fucking lunatics, a lot of them. And he wants to put over the High Spots Network for giving me plenty of alternatives to watch. We advert. Scott wants to bury the full WWE, sadly, due to them putting lives at risk and doing live shows. Sadly, no wrestlers have the balls to protest. Although, Big Roman
Reigns?
Sake, man, his name's right in my head. The big man, the big guy, Ryback himself on his Twitter account was having a wee go at WWE saying, and saying to the wrestlers, just fucking don't turn up. Don't do it. Everybody was like, it's easy for you to say, mate, sitting in the house. It's a very difficult situation. People want to work as well. I'm sure there's plenty of them that want to go out and do their business, and very tricky. It's very tricky. It's very hard to criticise people at these moments.
It's really interesting here, and obviously, the plans were to obviously record the for the next 5 weeks, and then that was meant to happen on Friday with SmackDown, and then Vince has come in and pulled the pre-record and went live. Now, there's all sorts of rumours circulating about contracts and all that sort of stuff, but I mean, you've got to put the wrestlers' health at first in these times, and I know we wouldn't have a podcast if we didn't speak about it, but it's like, for example, Roman Reigns, who's had leukemia, that decision to have, he had to make the decision for himself and not the WWE making it for him. There has to be a point where they have to go around and go, I mean, AEW have recorded 5 or 6 weeks worth, so they should be all right, but you look at WWE and go, come on, it's not worth someone's life here,
But John, this is I agree, because there is, I'm going to say it, there is no wrestling promotion that puts the health and safety of the performers first. There is no wrestling promotion that exists, as far as I know, that puts the health and safety of the performers first. Every wrestling promotion is built upon saying to guys, are you ready? Can you go? Can you wrestle? And wrestlers being like, I can go, and that's good enough for them, and they get sent out. It's why you've always had wrestlers dying young. It's why you've got wrestlers working the scene just now who have personal issues that are difficult to deal with and stuff like that, because it's just this constant treadmill of working to serve the promotion. Everything has to keep going. The live shows need to keep continuing, all that kind of stuff. That is what the wrestling industry is built upon. The wrestling industry isn't built upon, are you all right? Are you all right physically? Are you all right mentally? It's never been built on that.
True.
To get AEW when they launched, to be fair to them, they were making a lot of noises about trying to move things more in that direction. But even they are still, you can see with this, the fact they're still continuing. You're saying, well, that's no really ideal, is it? Really, you would have imagined, if I was going to predict, I would have imagined AEW would have went, we're going to shut down, and we're going to send all our workers home to their families, and we're going to go again when the time is right. But it's the wrestling business, and the wrestling business has never put the welfare of their workers first. And I'm including everybody in this, you know what I mean? And obviously, I know people who run promotions, and they're all good people and stuff like that, but it's just the fact. It's the fact of the business is that if that was a priority, I don't know if there would be a wrestling business. I don't know if there could be a wrestling business if the priority was the safety of the people performing in that ring, or the priority was the welfare and the health of the people. I mean, how the hell would that be a wrestling business that we recognise?
I wouldn't feel it.
The truth is, it needs to be unionised. It does have to be unionised. Eh?
I wouldn't fancy filling out a risk assessment form for a wrestling match, mind you.
No, exactly. Ideally, it would be unionised. Ideally, it would be unionised, and there would be some kind of representatives for wrestlers that could step in and could mediate and all that kind of stuff. But it just isn't that kind of business. You know what I mean? It's still at its heart a kind of carny world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're just seeing that, and this is us seeing the sharp edge here when something like this happens. People are going, how can they still be continuing? And you're like, well, because that's the whole fucking mentality of the business. That is the mentality. And everybody's saying Vince McMahon's happy, he's not. But he's no, really. There's so many of these promotions that if they could get away with it, they would continue running. The difference is he can get away with it. Are we in a rant there? Let's move on.
You just made the list!
Time for the list of Wrestling Daft. Now, this week on our Patreon, we asked for you guys to vote on a list of Wrestling Daft. Remember, you can vote by signing up for $4 a month at patreon.com/Wrestling Daft. Then you have control of the show. It's like, what was it called? Cyber Tuesday or something? Cyber Saturday? Do you remember the WWE used to do? Cyber Saturday, the events? Well, it was like when the internet first kind of was a thing and they were like, Cyber Saturday, you can vote. No. This week, it was between matches. This week it was between the best matches to happen outside the ring off the back of the Boneyard match and all that kind of stuff, and the greatest moments in Scottish wrestling off the back of Drew's win at Mania. And the votes are in, and winning with 78% of the vote, people wanted to do a list of the greatest moments in Scottish wrestling. So I'll tell you my top three, easy peasy, right off the top of my head.
I'm really disappointed that Grado isn't here because there's going to be a lot of smoke blowing up at his arse right now.
Oh, he's missing this. I'm so delighted he's not here, actually, because the look on his face when he hears some of this would be it would be too hard to bear. I couldn't bear it, seeing that big smile on his face. So this is, Grado, you're not here just now, but this is very much in tribute to you, this section, pal. We love you. Scotland loves you, mate. We love you. I love you. So my number three, let me think here, has got to be Grado beating Drew for the ICW Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, I can't believe that's number one, Rab.
You can't believe that's the number one. That's my number three. Number two for me is Grado versus Red Lightning. Red Lightning versus Grado. I believe it was the ICW. It was at the garage. Let me think. I'm trying to think what event it was. I'm pretty sure it was the Super Smoking Thunderbowl, I think. Right? But it was that first, when Grado first came in, got booked to ICW, then had that rivalry with Red Lightning, the one that was covered in the Vice documentary. I think so. I think it was just called The British Wrestler. That was number two for me, was that match, that build up to that, because that was when it felt like the Scottish scene was taking fire, right? It was gone on fire at that point, and I still believe the Red Lightning is Grado's greatest enemy, man. You know what I mean? Red Lightning is Grado's greatest rival for me, and always will be. There's been nobody better. And my number one, mate, the number one for Scottish wrestling moments has got to be the epoch-shattering, industry-altering, underdog, like legacy-wise. Only people that know how significant this event was. But it was an event, mate, called Kelvin Brawl that took place. It was the last night at the Kelvin Hall. Took place in there on the last night, and my God, the things that happened on that show, the bodies that were in that room, can't remember that if it was something like 1,500, I think it was around about 1,500 in that room, in a Kelvin Hall. Beautiful production, beautiful presentation, big Wolfgang coming out on a motorbike, old historic boxing champion Jim Watt in the fucking ring, right? After the Lionheart in a Noam Dar match, and Johnny Moss coming down as the Englishman, giving Jim Watt some abuse, man. Jim Watt just fucking putting Johnny Moss right in his arse, man, knocking him out with one punch. Incredible. The roof came off. Me and again. Who was it we were? Oh, Greg. What's his name? Greg. What's his name again? Greg, the guy out of the Still Game, is it called?
Oh, aye. Oh, I can't remember.
So Red Lightning and the Still Game guy, Ford Kiernan.
Still Game guy, aye.
Greg Campbell. That match, historic match. But just the beautiful. I mean, obviously I'm being biased here.
I didn't realise.
I'm being a wee bit biased.
Who booked this, by the way? Because I don't think
There was the promotion. It was me and Greg.
All right, yeah, all right, okay.
That ran this show. However, though, right, let me put a bit of context in as well. There was beautiful stuff, though, as backstage to see all the Scottish wrestling scene. Not all the Scottish wrestling scene, but a lot of the Scottish wrestling scene backstage before that show. Mark Dallas there. So you had Dallas. You had Kid Fight there. They were helping out. They're guys who are running other promotions, and they were helping out to put this show on, to make this show work, to make this show happen, because they knew that the whole objective behind it was just to try and get a live audience in to see a big show and see how good these wrestlers were. You know what I mean? How good these wrestlers were. And we had Nikki there, with Nikki Storm there, and we had Frankie Boyle turning up at the end, and Kaylee Ray and Coffee, and so many people involved that are new in the WWE and stuff like that. But it was just a beautiful night, and also a high point for me in Scottish wrestling, because it's not just about what people saw in the ring on that night. What it also is me and Greg were backstage at that show, and the spirit between all the wrestlers and the common attitude that we all wanted something to do well, the kind of sense of kind of camaraderie and the sense of brotherhood and sisterhood behind just trying to put on a good show. No egos, no bullshit, it was not. You always hear these stories in independent wrestling about hiring rings and them not turning up and things getting sabotaged. It was smooth as butter because everybody was all working together to make it happen. And the reason why everybody was working together like that was because everybody involved knew that the Scottish wrestling scene was just ready to kick off. It was ready to kick off, and it had safe hands with UW and PBW and BCW and all these promotions that were there. It was just ready to go, and it was the best. And also, I'm brilliant, and also I'm the best, and I'm brilliant, and also I'm brilliant, and I'm the best.
I was going to say,
I'm actually one of the best.
Rab, why? It's always interesting me because you and Greg put on this show, right? Why did you? What made you? Were you just pissed one night and decide, do you know what? It's the Kelvin Hall's come to an end. Let's just put on a wrestling show. What brought this all together? I know we're going to do a show on this, but I'm really intrigued to what brought this whole thing to life.
It was partly, John, that we went. Wouldn't it be brilliant to just do like a couple of marks? Wouldn't it be brilliant to just put on a wrestling show, right? It was partly that, but it was also genuinely like, let's see if we can try and do a big show. We kind of started a wee bit smaller with Oran War when we had that first show, and we had it up Oran War, and it was nice, and it was a bit different. We thought, let's see if we can try and bring an audience that wouldn't ordinarily watch wrestling in to watch the wrestling. That was the whole idea. We had no doubt in our minds that if we didn't get involved at all, that things were going to happen anyway. But we just kind of thought, let's see if we can kind of help out a wee bit, just make give a wee honour, and see if we can bring some of our audiences in to watch it as well, and just try and get it moving a wee bit quicker. Yeah. That was the whole priority. And I remember at the time, we were saying to people like, so are you going to be running a promotion now? Are you going to do a promotion? Are you going to like keep going and run more shows? And we were like, no, we're just going to we'll do a couple of shows, or we'll do a few shows, and we'll do that, and then we'll walk away, because we didn't need to do it. We didn't, because everything was all there. We'd have been the biggest arseholes in the world if we'd been like, right, we're just going to run a promotion now, when guys like Dallas and all that had already done so much fucking work. You know what I mean? So it was really just about, let's just have it was like a celebration. Let's just have a celebration of how good all these people are. And I'll tell you, it's been said before, but the match at Oran War with Lionheart and Noam Dar was just unbelievable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've heard loads of people talking about that.
An unbelievable match.
Anyway, have you ever been tempted, just before we move on to this, have you ever been tempted, you and Greg, to do something again? Because, it was obviously the two shows that you put on were such a success. Or has the obviously the rise of ICW you just sort of backed off as a result of that?
I think me and Greg have always kind of low-key thought to ourselves it would be nice to do a third one, a decider.
Aye.
At some point. It would be nice to do it again at some point. But the time, it's like you say, everything's running well and all that. There's no need for any of that in the minute. Absolutely no. But it was a great time. Let's see what the punters think. Hazy says, I'm not saying this just for a mention, but the Oran War has to be mentioned. I mind talking to Wolfgang at some point that night or at a later ICW show and both agreeing it will probably not get any better than this. Jamie Murray says Joe Coffey versus Chris Hero or Tommaso Ciampa at Discovery Wrestling must be high up on the list. I didn't realise that Coffey fought Ciampa.
Coffey fought Ciampa?
It looks like that's what he's saying there.
Oh.
Coffey versus Hero.
Discovery Wrestling. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's I wonder if that's online to watch.
I think.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I'll check that one out. I didn't actually realise that happened. Cool. Old Man Jim says Grado finally getting booked for ICW back in 2012 and kickstarting his career. Yes, great time. Scottish Wrestling Network says Drew's return to ICW in 2014 following WWE release, and that really was. He did so well when he came back to ICW, man. Sandy says Grado winning the ICW World title with the SECC, my number 3. Never heard a louder pop in my life. Dale McKinnon, Yokozuna, after wrestling at the Magnum, he was sitting signing autographs, and this wee guy sprinted up to the front and shouted, "Holy fuck, he's only sitting on one chair." It's good. Stephen Bradley says ICW getting over 6,000 at the Hydro, which is just an incredible achievement. Finn Balor getting announced, Fear and Loathing Commissioner, in a Good Housekeeping series with Wolfgang and Liam Thompson. Very proud that I was involved.
Well, you were involved in that, obviously.
I was involved in the final match now. Matthew Allen, ICW's first show at the Hydro was such a big moment, made everybody around the world aware of how good the Scottish wrestling scene is, 100%. Westy says one for me was Lionheart's matches in ICW, him taking the Styles Clash with Jackie Polo at Shugs and kicking it at one.
That was, that was incredible, because obviously that was Adrian's injury and stuff like that, and to actually take that again must have taken some guts for him.
And kicking it at one as well, just
brilliant.
David Fleming, although it happened in Wales, Triple H turning up at ICW. See, I would never choose that as a high point Scottish wrestling. I would never choose that. I've got mixed feelings about that.
I know what you're feeling.
Bronze Cello, then saying Fight Club documentary for the BBC. Yep, indeed. And the first gathering. Oh, the gathering. Let's not forget the gathering. It was great to see Scottish wrestling drawing 1,000 plus. Some of the names in that card went on to much bigger things. That was a very, very big show. The gathering, I think that was primarily SWA, Peter Murphy, that were behind the gathering. Jim Devaney, the time at the Linwood Tweedy Hall when Big John Tenta shot himself in the ring, big earthquake. He clearly went for a wee tactical fart and misjudged the follow-through velocity. I was front row and the smell was howling. Big John Tenta sadly passed away now.
Sorry.
Rest him. Dean, for me, it's Grado versus Drew at the SECC. Everything about that match was great. For 4,000 people singing like a prayer to Foley coming out and Grado winning the belt, an atmosphere I will never forget. Now, this is the point.
Can I believe he's not here?
Where I would ask Grado about that SEC moment and talk us through that match. But you know what, mate? I feel as if I've fucking heard.
We've all heard it.
I feel as if I've talked about him. I mean, it's not even I've asked him about it. He'll just tell you. He'll just be talking about something else and he'll go, "Did I tell you about that time I won the title at the SEC?" Woo! Let's welcome back to the show now a man who recently made his return to ICW by saving Grado himself. He is one half of Scotland's greatest tag team and is a champion of self-isolation. Just check out his TikTok for proof of that. It's Davey Blaze. How you doing, mate?
No bad, guys. How are you? You all right?
I'm good. How you finding this lockdown life, mate? What does a pro wrestler do in this lockdown life? What does he do? How does he fill his days?
Well, I don't know about any other pro wrestler, but Davey Blaze, right? I wake up out my scratcher.
Right.
I just take a look at my window, inhale, breath like fresh air, and I go, right, let's start the day. Montage music, Eye the Tiger, smell a couple of raw eggs, fucking smash a bottle of bucky. No, and I only do it after 5 o'clock. But sometimes I make my mum dial a cup of tea and that, maybe a wee roll and sausage, maybe egg, kind of hard yolk, whatever she wants.
What a nice boy. Hold on, what a nice boy. You're doing that. You're thinking of other people first.
I know, I was out doing a garden today, so I was...
Aye, what were you doing, mowing? Were you mowing?
No, I was trimming all the weeds away and cleaning all that up. So
Trimming's good fun, innit? I quite enjoy it.
I love it, man.
It's annoying when that wee wire breaks, though. Does that wee wire ever break? That's fucking annoying. You know, the wire.
The the wire picked up a stone yesterday when I was doing it and smashed me right in the leg.
Rattled it right against your shin. Rattled it fucking happens all the time. Happens all the time.
I nearly done a fucking 100-metre toss with the hangman.
Aye. So this is this is one of the best gardening podcasts you can listen to here, talking about
it's amazing.
Strimming injuries. I was in the garden yesterday, Davey. Let me just say we'll continue on this theme. I was in the garden yesterday and I was breaking up a wooden pallet, right?
Wooden pallet?
Pallets? Shut up, John. Right, a wooden pallet, breaking up a wooden... Right, okay. Right, aye, very funny. I was breaking up a wooden pallet and I was talking to my wee lassie and I took a step backwards and stood right on a rusty nail.
Oh.
Right through my shoe, right into my foot. So I was like, oh no, man. Well, I had to go and get a tetanus jab this morning. So I had to go and get a tetanus injection. And I was like, obviously, I was like, I've been trying really carefully not to be going out or going anywhere where I could get the virus. And then I'm like, fuck, man, now I need to go in and get a jag. But I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. I'm surviving.
Good.
I'm surviving.
I'm glad to hear
so
that.
You've started TikTok, haven't you? You started TikTok.
Aye. I'm the man.
Right. So explain to me, right? Just imagine Imagine I'm like 42 years old, right? An old guy, right?
Right.
And I don't really get what TikTok is, right? What is TikTok? Just explain it to me, like I'm your dad.
So, right there, this is TikTok, right?
You don't need to take it that far. Don't need to even call me that. Let's know.
So
but what is it? What is it?
So basically, TikTok, obviously it's an app, right? But it's an app that's literally like revolutionised the 21st century. It's took off, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically what you do, you create this app and then you go into it. And then you've got the option to kind of watch everybody else's video. And it's like, they do challenges. So it's like dance challenges or you mime somebody's voice. Or it's like, you do like singing challenges and all that pish. And then it's like, you go into your one, you create the video and then you've got like the effects and stuff like that. And it's like you can put the effects on, it makes you bigger and fucking big squinty eyes and everything. It's brilliant. It's magic. It gets me through my day. It gets me some amount of fanny and awe, honestly.
Is it working for you in that front, aye?
Oh, aye. I just put a couple of effects on, makes me good looking. And then they're all soaking, they're all wanting it.
Right, Davey, tell me honestly, how often are you getting the body out in these TikTok videos?
Every single time, mate. Peck popping, mate. Peck popping. I'm like, here, throw a berry off that. Throw a berry in.
Because you've been hitting the gym big time. Well, obviously before the pandemic came in big time, you've been hitting that gym. You've been in the best shape I've seen you in.
Mate, I've been in the best shape I've seen myself in, honestly. Aye. I was trying to tweak Big Terry Crews the other day. I was like, right, big man. I was like, I'll be drinking that. Just try to do that with my titties and I just get patched.
But how's that been for you though? I mean, because it's Big Wolfgang's gym you've been going in, isn't it?
That's right, aye, that's right. It's been brilliant because it's me, Wolfgang, obviously, Molly Spartan, BT Gunn, Steve Xavier, Keely Ray. It's like we're all training in there together. So it's like it's good because you're all pushing each other and everybody's doing like we do like different kind of circuit exercises and we keep each other going and stuff like that. So it's good. It's good, and every single one is like all improved in physique and like and stamina and endurance and stuff like that. So it's good. It's going well.
What kind of training does a wrestler do? Does it like, so let's say me, right? I've started going, right, I can't just spend this whole fucking lockdown eating chocolate and drinking wine and eating fucking macaroni cheese and all that, right? I need to, and doing the exercise. So I was like, I need to get some stuff and I get a pull-up bar full of hoops and all that and get some stuff to do some exercise, right? But that's just me thinking I want to get kind of just, stop myself if fucking just going right off the cliff, right?
Aye.
But what does a wrestler need to do? What's your focus when you're training? Are you focusing more for things like endurance and stamina, or are you focusing on look?
Well, mainly like what wrestlers mainly focus on is core strength. Obviously your core, your balance. So it's like what we would usually do is like we would focus on like kind of like kettlebell workouts, like free weight like
Aye.
free weights, right? Or body weight workouts. If you're going to work on your core and you want to like kind of tone up, build up your like the strength in your muscles and tone up and stuff like that, then we use like a deck of cards, and
Right.
then basically each suit on the deck of cards, you decide, right, I've got 4 workouts here, 4 suits, and then you turn the card there, and whatever one it lands on, say like it's like a 10 of hearts, so you would do like 10 press-ups, right? Clubs,
Right,
squats.
so if I'm doing it that way, I'm going, oh, he's a 2, he's a fucking 2, man. Every time, oh, it's a 2, you're a dancer. It's a 2, it's another 2. It's a 2
Well,
of
it doesn't.
diamonds.
I don't do it like that because I learned this with Stevie. Basically, what you do is you set a timer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you set the timer, and you need to be every kind of whatever card it is, whatever suit it is, whatever the workout is that lands on each suit. You need to do that. Doesn't matter what number it is. You need to do it for 30 seconds.
Right.
Slow reps. So it's like, it doesn't matter what numbers on the card. You've got to do slow reps for 30 seconds. And I'll tell you what, I was blown out my shiter. So you've got that. So it's like you do like there's I've been choking to get one of these because they're dynamite. I see like Joe Coffey, Andy Wild, Mark Coffey, and all that with them. Is a thing called a wrestle board, right? And it's basically like a wee kind of 2x4, and it's on like kind of wooden feet. So it's like you put your hands at the edge of it, and you basically, I think it's like Hindu press ups. So it's like you come down and then you push yourself up, and it's like you go back down the way. So it's like that all builds up your core, and it builds up like your shoulders, your back, your chest, and it's like your arms as well. So
and it's just like a plank of wind.
Aye, so it's like a wee 2x4 comes near the top, and then it's like basically it's got the 2 feet like kind of screwed in.
Right, so it's mounted and it's aye.
So and it's the term for it, the word for it is a wrestle board. So it's basically like so if I've got my hand down there, so it's basically you're like that, and it's like you're coming up and then boom. So it's like it just builds all right up there. It's brilliant, man. It's cracking. I'm going to try and build one myself because I don't know where to buy them.
Aye. Sounds like a nightmare. Right, so it sounds like a nightmare. So there's going to be people out there, Davey, listening to us, I would imagine, right, who, here's me, I'm visualising what our audience looks like, right?
Aye.
And I'm thinking they're probably, the majority of them are guys, right? There's probably a fair proportion of women that listen as well, right?
That's all right,
but they're... So this is their favourite episode. They're probably all out of shape, mate, right? They're probably all kind of going from out of shape to really fat, right? So quite an ugly, grotesque audience, I imagine we've got, right? Really, some Nick. I would describe them as some Nick, the audience, right? No. Let's imagine they've got no exercise equipment in their house, right? And they want to come out of this lockdown in good shape, right? And shape where they could start a TikTok and all that and do all the things you do, right? What kind of advice would you have for them for like exercises that they could do in the house that doesn't involve any special equipment? You know what I mean? Be any advice for them?
I would basically, I would say, look, get up off the couch, kick it right up fucking against the wall, put it on fucking YouTube. Make sure you're in like hot pants or a pair of spandex or your nose knickers, wear them back to front so it tickles your balls when you're doing it. Or whatever. Stick on the Village People, Macho Man, and then start doing like the kind of, hey, just fucking sweat it right out, mate. Sweat it out. Get your knees up.
That wasn't the advice I expected, to be honest. I expected you were going to like, well, here's what you could do. You get yourself done, you do 10 push-ups, you then move on to some squats. I wasn't expecting fucking Village People.
Or I could just come up to the house and give them a right good seat, because they're doing it properly.
This is, you can sense that everybody's going a bit fucking stuff crazy with this. This quarantine carry on. So you must be gagging to get back into the ring, mate, because obviously you had your big comeback. You were back in business, you were wrestling again, and then, fuck's sake, a global pandemic happens, everything shuts down. You must be desperate to get back in.
I'm ganting. Honestly, I'm choking. See when this pandemic's earned on me. See whoever I'm in the ring with. God to help them. God, honestly, mercy have on their soul. They're getting leathered, absolutely leathered.
And
honestly,
who would you like in that ring with you when you come back? What would be your dream? What's your dream first match? And I mean, be realistic here, though. I don't want you hitting out with like the Ultimate Warrior, right? I'm not talking that kind of dream. I'm not kind of like deep guys, not it. Like somebody on the scene who would be your dream return match.
I'd probably say Big Wolfgang.
Wolfgang.
Aye. Big Wolfie, aye. Big Wolfie. Get it, press him.
When was the last time you worked Wolfgang?
Oh, I must think maybe the Belladrum. The last time I worked Wolfie.
So when was
BBW.
that?
Must have been maybe last year. Maybe last year. Aye. maybe I'm positive it was the Belladrum. Aye. Right. Because obviously after that it was like things were kicking off for him with WWE and everything else, and other companies. We weren't like kind of wrestling each other because in other companies like we were doing like kind of different things like storylines and stuff like that. So I'd probably say the Belladrum. Aye.
So it'd be good to get back in the ring with him.
Oh, aye. I'll be like, here, big man, take your knee, mate. Tear him down.
What's been the general vibe like? Have you been? I mean, you must have been talking to other wrestlers and all that. What's everybody kind of thinking about this carry on? What's the general vibe? Are people on a downer? Are people being reasonably positive about it? What's the feeling you're getting? All
the people that I speak to in wrestling about it, they are kind of understanding, and they obviously know what kind of right, we should be doing this and blah blah blah, and if everybody follows the rules and does what they're meant to be doing, then hopefully it should kind of calm down. But it's like my mates kind of outside the wrestling that I grew up with, they're all like, fucking Boris Johnson, he's all the fucking jibby jabber, like, aye, stay in the house, blah blah blah, and then he catches it, fucking dafty, he's nearly fucking dead. Some fucking politician he is. I'm like that. He's living in the country, you fucking bampot. I'm like that. Obviously, he's just shook somebody's on and no realising I've got the coronavirus. Probably touched his tally back and fucking while he's gone for a piss. And then now he's got it. And his wee health minister pal, he's lying in the bed beside him. Aye.
Or in the same bed.
Heat to toe.
So, but there's a lot of talk in there. There's talk in there that these kind of events with big audiences and stuff like that might not be back until next year. It's like there's a lot of talk about how it might be done for the rest of the year. So, what's your plans like? How are you going to keep yourself occupied? Is it going to be a challenge to keep yourself fit and ready to wrestle? Do you think if the layoff becomes that long?
I would probably say as long as you're, because I've got a bike, right, and obviously you can go out for a jog. So obviously, if you've got an area, right, and you've like a mat or like on the carpet even, if you keep up like kind of practicing like your rolls, like feeding up right to the right, like just your generic stuff like your learning training, right? I'd probably say like if it gets to that point, then you're going to need to like kind of just keep going and like keep doing your rolls and stuff. Keep like going a run, cycle to keep up your cardio. And then when it becomes time and you get back into the ring, like every other thing, like kind of running the ropes and all the other stuff, it's just like basically you're not going to forget that, but you just don't want to become rusty with other things. So it's just about people using it.
This is the interesting thing because you hear about wrestlers who have, let's say they have a year out because of injury or something, right? Mm-hmm. And they come back and they all say, every single wrestler says that ring rust is a real thing. You know what I mean? If you have that time off. We're facing a scenario here where for a lot of people, for a lot of wrestlers out there, they're all going to be coming back at the same time once these measures relax. So you're going to see full promotions that are dealing with ring rust, if you know what I mean. If it isn't the case with what's happening with WWE and AEW and all that, well, they're still kind of trying to do a kind of regular work.
Like kind of keep going, but in empty venues and stuff like that.
Aye, but you're going to see a lot of people coming back with ring rust at the same time. So I suppose it's going to take a wee bit of time for everybody to get back up to kind of, 100%.
Aye. I know fucking like 100% for myself. Maybe like a few others, like the minute it's alright to go into like kind of the training skills, for instance, and like be backering people again. Like I'm going to go down to like GPWA and I'm going to get in the ring with one of the boys or one of the lassies and like run the ropes and do like drills and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Just to kind of get back going and get back into the motion and like, just make sure that I've not got any ring rust myself. So I'll be doing that for certain.
Do you think there's any wrestlers out there who, let's say there is a year, think we might lose any wrestlers? By which I mean, think there might be any wrestlers who kind of they take a year off and they're no doing it, and then they kind of don't come back. You know what I mean? They maybe lose that wee bit of shape and a wee bit of training, and maybe think, I'm not going to get back into the game now. I maybe just get a bye.
I would probably say, like, I'm not being bad, but I'd probably say the sort of wrestlers that might do that is the ones that are kind of low, let's say, like kind of no name value or anything, and they're no on shows. So it's like with this pandemic happening now, with them already not being on enough shows as it is, with this maybe continuing for a year, I think people at that kind of stage and maybe like some trainees would be like going, do you know what? I don't know when this is going to go back. There's not really any like point in doing it.
I'll move on.
But I think the guys like that are well established, like higher level, like pros, I'd probably say like maybe they would like can I like still go. Look, it's only a year. What the fuck's a year? Do you know what I mean? And boom, like you'd be back before you know it.
How would you feel about like let's say it ends up? It's looking like it's a scenario where there isn't going to be any live events for for a while, for a year or something, and ICW, let's say, right? I'm just completely talking just off the top of my head here. But ICW, for example, says, look, well, for ICW On Demand, we want to do some shows that are behind closed doors with no audience. Would you be into that? Would that be a weird experience?
100%, absolutely. Like, because at the end of the day, you're a wrestler, so it's like that's your job. And to me, it's like I could wrestle with my mates on a camera in front of a crowd, hardly anybody in the crowd or to like no crowd whatsoever, because I'm not in it for the wrong reasons. I love it. Do you know what I mean? So it wouldn't matter a difference to me. Plus, I'm there to do a job. But I think it would be like great to like learn how to work and how to entertain and like feel that like kind of feel. I'm trying to think how to word that, like
what it's like just that audience feedback. Do you know what I mean? Like just kind of deal and learn how to like kind of work in that environment. I think it would be like a great kind of experience. Do you know what I mean? So it would be if I know that because I've been talking to Dallas and stuff, and Dallas is like he's going to do like some new content for On Demand. It's like basically like Total Recalls and stuff like that and everything else. But as far as like kind of going and like wrestling in empty venues, I think it could be like a possibility. I'm just like talking the same as yourself. It could eventually like end up with a possibility. Something like that could maybe happen if this continues to go any longer. But I only think they would do it if obviously if it was going to be profitable, like if it was going to like make money on demand. Do you know what I mean? Because obviously again, like you're going to be wrestling like in like an empty venue, still like continuing storylines and like putting on matches. So I'm pretty sure it would like if it was to happen, I'm pretty sure that it would like kind of do well on demand, and I think everybody would like kind of stand behind the company and like be there. It gives the fans a chance to support the company.
Aye.
What do you think is going to happen on the storyline front as well? See if there is a big layoff, right? If there's a big gap, what do you think? What should a wrestling promotion do storyline wise? Do you think a wrestling promotion should just like continue for where it left off, or do you think it's a better idea to kind of acknowledge there's been a big gap and maybe take that opportunity to do a kind of relaunch or a, because there's probably no been, like take ICW for example, there's probably no been for a long time with ICW a period where there's been a big layoff of matches and storylines and stuff like that. So, what would you do? Let's give you the book. What would you do? Would you want to continue the storylines that were already running, or would you go, well, here's an opportunity to kind of step back and go, right, how do we set ourselves up going forward? Maybe a kind of new, like a new direction.
I would be 50-50 with it. I would look at what we had running before like we kind of this whole situation happened, and I would look at the storylines that was like very big storylines, so like storylines that people that are still invested in, and I would look at others and then go, right, this is the storylines that people let in and just phase it in and out. That's right. So I would go, we'll still keep the important ones that everybody's still tuned into and still wanting to see. We'll still keep them going, and basically we'll work into promos like the minute we're back and we're ready to go again, back running like in full shows in front of crowds. We'll do promos and we'll kick it off there. The other ones that they're not really too fussed about, or not like hardly interested about.
Aye.
There's no point in keeping, to me, is like I wouldn't want to keep the wrestlers going. If they wanted to do something else, I'd be like, right, let's run you into like another angle. Let's do something else, do you know what I mean? And it keeps everything fresh.
So it might be a wee chance to kind of let things that maybe weren't working out, let them slide a wee bit and kind of turn away from it. Do you think there might be some wrestlers that think as well, right, if I've been out the public eye for a year, maybe this is a chance for me to change my gimmick or change my style of working or change my look? Do you think you might see a wee bit of that as well?
Aye, possibly. Aye, you probably could. Aye, because this is like the kind of times where you bid, because you've got nothing really else to do, haven't you? So you would sit there and use your initiative, think how to like kind of better yourself, how to like kind of come up with like a better gimmick, a better character, and work on promos and like watch all matches and try and come up with like a better. Like a move set or something that you would do like in like a spot, like a running spot for your stuff. So it's like there's a lot of homework that everybody could be doing, including myself, during this moment in time. Absolutely.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because it's really weird, because obviously normally in wrestling you have things like, Triple H gets an injury and then he's out for like 6 to 8 months or something. And you always have fans kind of anticipating, right, when is he coming back and what is he going to be like when he comes back? And now you've got like this situation where there's loads of people are going to be away for ages, you know what I mean? It's just weird, man. The whole thing's weird. That's what I'm saying. The whole thing is mental.
I'm waiting Arnold Schwarzenegger fucking showing up in George Square with a big disco ball and it's good. Just fucking ready to cause it. Aye. I'd be like, Arnie.
Wouldn't even be surprised. Wouldn't he be surprised? Now before we wrap this up, Davey, right? Who is it you keep firing into on Twitter again all the time? The celebrity. What's her name?
It was Jodie Marsh.
It was Jodie Marsh. Right.
She was ganting for it. She was.
Wait a minute. You said it was Jodie Marsh. Have you finished? Is the chase over there?
Oh, mate. She fucking broke my heart. Absolute. Why?
What happened?
She was just wanting it. She was getting for it, right? She was like, "Oh, I fancy you, Davey Blaze. I fancy you too," and all that, blah blah blah, right? And
she did say that. She did tweet that at you, didn't she?
Aye, right. She was with her fucking pal. He was getting like his scalp tattooed or whatever, right? All that bullshit. And she was on a Facebook Live, getting it all that, right? And one of my lassie mates, Lee Owen, sorry. Commented on it and she's like, "Here, would you ever go on that date with Davey Blaze?" She read the comment out and she went, "Davey Blaze?" She was like, "Oh yeah, it's that Scottish guy, isn't it? Yeah, I talked to him on Twitter. He's kind of hot, right?" I'm sitting there like, "Oh yes, Undertaker eyes going at the back of the net." I'm like, "You're getting it, Jodie, you're getting it." And then fucking the next thing I know, I've obviously like I've fucking sent her a tweet. Days haven't passed. I'm like that. She's fucking patched me. I'm like that. So, on the Twitter again, at Jodie Marsh. All right, how you doing? Hope your day's gone well. How's your dogs? And I see on her Twitter that she's going to be a fucking Elvis impersonator. And I've been like that. Right, clearly I'm fucking need to learn the guitar and sing a bit of fucking Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog, yeah, right? Or fucking Little Less Conversation, more fucking fingering or something like that, right? But
So how have you moved on to now?
I'm just back. I'm back, kind of soaring my roots, my royal oats. So I'm just kind of playing the field, mate. Playing the field, Brad.
Right. So how can women listening to us out there, right, are going to want to know where the best places to find Davey Blaze is? So where should they follow you? They should follow you on Twitter, right? Now's the time to hit out all your social media account and stuff, your TikTok name and all that, so everybody can find you. So where do we find you?
So ladies, right, if you're good looking and you're a 5, right, you get onto TikTok.
You're a 5?
You're a 5.
Yeah, all right, okay.
The ugly ones have got to get it an orab, right? So you go into fucking TikTok, ladies, right? You go at David Coyle 57, right? And you'll find me there. I'll be at Chip Wow, right? You head there to Twitter, right? And you go at Davey Blaze UK, and you'll see me going, yeah, bounce a berry right off that fucking bad boy. And if you want the personal details, Facebook, right? And you go David Coyle, you send me a DM with your number, a wee fucking hanky. I go at my booby, and I go, right, Biff, there's my address, up the road. Cheesy pasta, gub it right in your mouth, right into the manger. Have a fucking a wee nun, a wee sherry.
Amazing promo. That's going to be used. That promo is going to be up there with all the Dusty Roads promos.
Mate, I'll be showing in the performance centre, mate. Like that. This is what you do.
It will be.
Davey, I've got to ask you as well, because you are the social isolation champion, as I've seen on TikTok. What is the crack with Davey's Kitchen Nightmares, which I've seen Facebook Live, Davey's Kitchen Nightmares, that's been advertised on the Garage Facebook page. What is this all about?
So basically, Davey's Kitchen Nightmares, right? I done these fucking live Facebook things. And the other one that I done was like a karaoke one, and I called it Davey's 80s Mega Mix Karaoke Night, right? I'll be bringing that one back as well. But Davey's Kitchen Nightmares, so I brought that back last Thursday there. Thursday night, 7:30, booth, made cheesy pasta, right? Fucking cunts lost their shit for it, mate, honestly. The world stood still, right? And the garage, obviously, lost their shit for it as well. And I got a message off one of the managers, and he's like, mate, booth, we all love Davey's Kitchen Nightmares. Oh, blows the socks right off us. He's like, do you want to take care of the Facebook and come on and do it live on Sunday night? I was like, big man, does this taste like bothered? I was like, Biff, I'm coming on, give your details. So this Sunday, 7 o'clock, the Garage Facebook Live, Davey's Kitchen Nightmares is kicking off. And I'm going to make an absolute belting dish. Honestly, belting.
Can you give us a preview? Can you give us a preview of what you're going to concoct?
What are you going to make? What are you going to make?
A bit of fucking French toast, 4 lean parents at the top, mate. Maybe a fucking side of salad at the side, you know what I mean? Just to keep the carbs down.
A bit of fucking French toast.
Maybe
you should release a cookbook, man. You should release a cookbook where when you turn to the recipes, that's what they're all called, things like that. A bit of fucking French toast, some fucking cheesy pasta.
An omelette.
Aye, a fucking omelette.
I'll call it simple as fuck. Get it done.
Brilliant, man. Listen, Davey, thanks so much for coming on. We'll get you back. I think, is Davey our first person to come on twice? No, that was Sha.
I've had Sha on twice, but Davey's the second one, aye.
Davey, you're the second guy to come on twice. You'll be coming on again, don't worry about that.
I'm a fucking trailblazer, mate. No, cheers for having me, guys.
Mate,
cheers for having me.
It's nice to talk to you as well, Dave. You stay safe, right?
You too, guys, all right? Love you.
Stay safe, man. Right,
cheers,
catch you later. See you later, Davey. Thank you.
See you later on.
See you later, bud. It's now time for your chance to win a crate of Beer 52 in our match of the week. And in these days where it's, it's hard to come by some beer in it, you have to go to the supermarket, you have to wear a mask, put the wee gloves on and all that, you have to stand 2 metres away from people, nobody's smiling, everybody's on a down on all that, right? Well, you can have the beer coming straight to your door. We pick a classic wrestling match to watch, and all you have to do is answer a question on it. Last week, we chose the backlot brawl between Goldust and Roddy Piper and asked you to gaze the Reggie plate of the car involved, and it was LFG. GR694. No, you might have won if you got that right. Right now it's time for another match. Now, I want to take you back to the 3rd of September. Oh, hold on. It might not be the 3rd of September. It might actually be the 9th of March. I think it's the 9th of March, 1998, right? And it was Kurt Hennig versus Ric Flair. Two of my favourite wrestlers of all time. Love Mr. Perfect, right? Kurt Hennig versus Ric Flair, and it was on a WCW Nitro show. Tell me this. Here's the question you need to answer. Who turns up at the end of this match? Who turns up at the end of this match? Big moment. I'll be honest with you, it doesn't really eventually pan out as the months go by in the way you'd hope, but it was a big moment at the time. Everybody who gets the right answer will go into the draw to win a crate of Beer 52. You can enter by checking out the match and answering the question on the Wrestling Daft Facebook page or replying to the tweet on Twitter at Wrestling Daft. So anyway, John, what's your plans for the rest of the wrestling week? Are you going to be watching any more shows, catching up on any more stuff? I'm going to be watching Stone Cold's interview with Ric Flair, for sure. Definitely,
you'll really enjoy that. I expect he starts greeting and everything.
Oh, of course he does. Ric Flair's greeting every 2 minutes.
Aye, that's true. But no, it's really good. It's really good. But in terms of the wrestling week, I think I've been watching a lot of wrestling. I've been catching up on a lot of stuff on the network, which is brilliant. So I've been just watching a lot of that kind of old stuff, like I'm saying, the Attitude Era stuff and all that, and kind of getting into that. We should definitely do a special on the Attitude Era, like break out the Attitude Era and do some specials on that. I think that'd be really good.
It would be. It'd be nice to really dig deep into that Attitude Era because it's probably still my favourite era. I know everybody nowadays, people like, well, people that say Attitude Era is their favourite era, perhaps they should watch it back and they'll realise just how dated it is and just how Hangman, I'm like, fucking shut up, man. If I watched it back, I would still think it's brilliant. Shut up.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to do a deep dive into that. What am I going to... I'm going to watch that Ric Flair documentary and I'm going to dig out some of my old wrestling games. I'm in the mood for a go of Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 on the N64 again. And I'm in the mood for a game of King of Colosseum on the PS2 and a wee bit of Fire Pro Wrestling D on the Dreamcast. So I'm going to dig out some of my old wrestling games. We should talk about that one episode. Punters at home, let us know if you would like us to do a wee bit of a special on wrestling computer games, because I would quite like to talk about my vast collection of wrestling games. And I'm talking about things like Japanese Super Famicom games, about fucking obscure Japanese indie wrestling promotions and all that, right? I've got a lot.
Brilliant. And of course, you have your own YouTube channel as well, Consolvania as well. You might as well put that, Rab.
Aye, and if anybody is into the computer game stuff, I do a show called Consolvania. I've done it for many, many years now, and you can catch us on YouTube. Just search for Consolvania, CONSOLEVANIA. You can get us on Twitch, twitch.com/Consolvania, no backslashes. And you can also support us on Patreon as well. That's my regular job. That's my day-to-day job, mate, Consolvania. So,
exactly.
So with that said, John, I'm going to fire off and out and play some computer games. And I'm going to let you just get back to whatever it is that your life is in front of you. Have a picture of the Main Street Posse. Yeah.
Right, thanks, mate. And remember to rate, review, subscribe, do that all on Apple, and get signed up to the Patreon, as Rab says. Patreon.com/Wrestling Daft.
See, if you had a telly show, John, what would be your catchphrase if you had a comedy? Right, so, if you had a telly show?
You've got Up the Road, Grado's got It's Yourself. What would be my catchphrase? See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. No, that's
see ya, John. I wouldn't want to be ya. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya, John.